Hey, today I want to show you 5 super cool grooves for 5-string bass and give you a completely free PDF too. Link in the description below. Let's crack on. Hey guys, it's James here from eBass Guitar, and I'm just in the process of preparing to go away on tour for 3.5 weeks to play the Celine Dion Tribute Show, I'm Alive in Canada. And my weapon of choice for this tour is going to be my 5-string bass. And we've been asked a ton on the channel, can we put out some more 5-string bass content? So what I've decided to do is share my approach to creating bass lines on the 5-string bass today and show you 5 super cool ways that you can create bass lines. Now, to show you this in action, I'm going to use a real world case study. I'm going to take one of the songs from the show, which is called Love Can Move Mountains. You can check this out all over YouTube so you can hear the original bass line. Now, this is in the key of F, which opens up some really nice, cool opportunities on this instrument. But just before we get going, I've got a really quick favor to ask. If this is your first time watching the eBass Guitar YouTube channel, or you're not already subscribed to the channel, can you do 2 things? The first one is to watch this video all of the way through. Not only will you get some super valuable content, but what this does is it tells the YouTube algorithm that this video is good and we want to get this video out in the hands of more people. The second thing is, if you enjoy it, please hit the subscribe button too, because this will mean we can keep growing the reach of the eBass Guitar YouTube channel and keep putting out more great free bass educational content. So please watch it all the way through and hit the red subscribe button. So about 80% of the song Love Can Move Mountains is based on one 4-bar chord sequence, which is in a gospel funky style, which I'm going to play you right now so you can hear it in action. Love Can Move Mountains is based upon this 4-bar chord sequence, which is simply a bar of F7, a bar of A flat 7, a bar of B flat 7, 2 beats of A flat 7, 2 beats of B flat 7. Now, the foundation of this can be played on one root note per chord change. Now, to get this going on the 5-string bass, what I want you to do is, rather than playing the F there, I want you to just grab it at fret 6 on the B string. So you can get the F there, the A flat there, the B flat there, and then the A flat there. And then those notes just sit directly under the hand. Now there's one rhythmic groove which is going to be running throughout the whole of this video. So take this apart slowly. It sounds like this. And again, bum, bum, ba-da-da-da, ba-da. And then up to the A flat, bum, ba, ba-da-da-da, ba-da. To the B flat, to the A flat. So that rhythm runs all the way through. I take it apart very slowly. I find one really good way of learning more complex rhythms is to simply sing them. Bum, bum, ba-da-da-da, ba-da. So that's our first 5-string bass concept, is to start moving notes like that F onto the B string there. And what this inherently does is then open up our second concept, which is it starts giving you the flattened 7th of the F. So we can get this beautiful E flat there below. So we have the F and then the E flat there like so. And this enables us to create grooves like this now. Bum, bum, ba-da-da-ba-ba-dum. So what I'm doing there is I'm just adding 2 E flats, the flattened 7th, into there. I'll take it apart slowly. Really, really powerful. Sounds really, really earthy adding that E flat in there, particularly on this thicker, denser string. Now we can move this concept through the rest of the chord sequence. And I actually just like catching the G below the A flat. I think that sounds really nice. So the B flat. So B flat to the A flat, which is the flattened seventh there. Then we go back to the A flat. And then on the beat, da 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 ba da. So I'm actually kind of on the third beat of the B flat 7, anticipating by hitting the flattened seventh, hammering on like that. So we end up with this bass line. Let's hear it with the backing track in context. Concept number 1 is to start moving notes onto the B string, which you would ordinarily play on the E string. Concept number 2 is to start adding that flattened seventh in there to utilize notes that you wouldn't ordinarily get on a 4-string bass. Now, concept number 3 is to start utilizing the lower fifth. Now, to do this, we are going to take the F that we played there, and we're actually going to move it back to the first fret on the E string, but we can then get the lower fifth here with that big, deep, dense note. So to show you this in action, I'm going to develop the groove to get it a little bit busier. I'm going to add 3 notes in at the end of the bar to really utilize this lower fifth. So let me play you the groove. So let's take that part. So like so. So that's the first part using the lower fifth. Then just to change chord, we're going to go down to the C, F, C, like that, to take us into the A flat. So then up to the A flat, then up to the B flat. Now there are 2 things or 2 opportunities that open up here. So we've got the F chord, then we go to the A flat there. Now the fifth of A flat is an E flat, which we can get there on the 5 string, so we get that big deep note. And then up to the B flat here, carrying on that same shape. Now the note possibilities and the options are one thing which the 5-string bass gives you, but also the difference in tonal options too. And I just want to draw your attention to playing the difference in the sound between playing it there. So 2 options. One is thicker and warmer, one's a little bit more punchy. It depends what you want. And then you can check out the final bar of this, which is the final A flat to B flat there. All of the notes are written out in the free PDF in the standard notation and tab, link in the description below. So let's hear example number 3 with the backing track. Guys, we are halfway through the lesson now, and if you're enjoying this, I would love to invite you to download the free PDF which comes with this lesson. It will give you everything we're talking about today written out in its standard notation and tab, and downloading this will really help accelerate your progress and get you results faster. So please click the link which is in the description below and I'll send it to your email inbox. So I've got two more concepts and examples to show you. So far we've moved notes on to the B string. We've added that flattened 7th in there, and now we've experimented with the lower 5th. So let's integrate the box shape next and really get things a little bit busier, because the beautiful thing is you can get this effect which is almost kind of felt rather than heard, which bubbles along below if you add more notes into there. So what we're going to do is we're going to use the box shape. We're going to keep the F here, but we're going to drop down to the C, D, F, G. And this is a really common pattern on the bass guitar, which you can use all over the place, but sounds great on the 5th string. So that's our first pattern for the F. Then we move it to the A flat, and we're going to do the box shape but coming off the 4th finger. Like that. I'll play it slowly. And we're going to take that same pattern up to the B flat. And then for the A flat chord for 2 beats, we're going to get. And then for the B flat. Again, last bar. So let's put that up to tempo just in isolation. Now let's play that with the backing track and just listen to how it just bubbles along and creates this kind of sonic texture underneath the groove, which sounds really cool. Check it out. Let's move on to our last concept, and this is my personal favorite, and this is what's called adding big fours or scales in here. And this is inspired by the great bass player Anthony Jackson, who is one or the pioneer of the contra bass or the 6-string bass. So what we're going to do here is, rather than adding more notes in, we're going to add less in to give more punch and more impact. So what we're going to do on that F chord is we're actually going to play a descending scale. So like so, going right down to that low C. So we're going to play F, E flat, D, C. And we're just going to make them as punchy as possible. Then we're going to hit more of a groove coming up. And then to finish this off, what we're going to do like that on the bar 4 of that. And so we've got a chromatic scale to bring us back round to the beginning of the sequence again. Then are really, really foundational to this idea. So let me play that again. So let me play you that with the backing track so you can hear it in context. 5 concepts and 5 unique grooves that you can use to develop bass lines on the 5-string bass. Do let me know which one was your favorite in the comments below. But here's the thing, the reality is you can start to incorporate all of these different ideas to create varied lines which are your own. So I'd encourage you to learn them in isolation and learn each concept one by one, and then mix them up and see what you can create. Guys, that's the end of today's video. Now, if you've enjoyed it and you want more help with your bass guitar playing, specifically the 5-string bass, make sure you head over to ebassguitar.com, and inside there is the Bass Lab Plus, which is my private members training program. And inside there, I'm curating 5-string bass content, as well as everything else you need to become the bass player of your dreams. So if you want to improve your 5-string bass playing and become a better bass player, please click the link which is in the description below, and you can take the Bass Lab Plus for a test drive completely free for 14 days. Cheers, I've been James from ebassguitar.com. I'll catch you soon.